the tiebreaker, though, and for as long as we can remember, the Atlantic League, the second half tiebreaker has been your overall head-to-head record against an opponent for the season. They made a change this offseason. It was not highly publicized, but we are here to tell you about it. The second half head-to-head tiebreaker is now your second half record against the opponent you're battling it out with. So it's not as simple as one win against Lancaster shaving 3 off that number, which would clinch the overall season series. The second half head-to-head series is 3-3. So if it's not a magic number of 2 come Friday, the winner of that series would be postseason bound. So it's a little bit trickier, but the Revs are still in really good shape here with 5 games to go.
Exactly. The Revs controlling their own destiny, a magic number of 4, exactly the spot they want to be in. And May said it well earlier today. We were chatting with him just after the manager's report, which you'll hear next, and he said it's simple. Nothing really changes at this juncture of the season. My mindset is still you win each series and you're in good shape, and that's really the way it should be from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. If you win every single series, you win the championship.
No doubt, and that's what they will try to do in this one, and if they're able to do that, they will get themselves another step closer, hoping for some more help from Long Island tonight. But it is as simple already as if they win 2 against Lancaster this weekend, that would do it no matter what happens here these next couple of days. But the magic number is 4, a 2-game lead with 5 to go, and hoping to continue that winning streak here tonight. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report coming up next.
Stand up against domestic and gender violence by joining YWCA York on Friday, October 6th at 6:30 p.m. for Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where men and teams of men walk in women's high heels to raise money in support of YWCA's Access York and Victim Assistance Center. Women are invited to join the cause and raise funds as sister walkers. To register, log on to ywcayork.org or donate by texting the word HEELS to 50155. YWCA York is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, strengthening families, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, last night's win beginning with Frank Gailey, and seeing him from your viewpoint over there in the dugout, where did that stack up in terms of his best stuff, best command, best deception, all of that here this season?
I mean, that was like 2 in a row, that he was really point on, and I thought he did a great job. He mixed it up well. He had good command. The off-speed stuff was really good yesterday, and he definitely kept them off balance with the fastball, and he had a good fastball yesterday too, actually better than I think even his last start. So, Frank did a great job yesterday, and he surrendered 2 hits. I think one was an infield hit even, but he did a really good job yesterday for us.
Did he think, and did you think that he had gotten the foot on the bag on that play at first?
I know he did. That's why I went out there. I mean, he definitely was on the corner of the base, and the ball beat the runner. Chris, from the position he was in, he was kind of behind the base on the right field side of it, but, Frank's foot was definitely on the home plate side of the bag, and I just think maybe the angle Chris had, he couldn't see it, but, yeah, I could see it plain as day. Frank was definitely, he had the base there.
Actually looked like he was overhand more often than in some starts last night too, right?
Well, he did show it a little bit more last night, than he had in the past, but I just think that was another way to keep the hitters off balance too. And when you pitch against guys a lot, they kind of start to figure you out, and they look for little things, maybe even an expression on your face, or do you get quicker or slower with your mechanics or whatever it is. And so when you start changing arm slots too, it gives them something else to think about. And I thought he did that really well last night.
your team built a 5-run lead, and you go to your horses at the end of the game. And is that something you would do ordinarily, or is it more so you go to them no matter how big the lead is, given it's the final week?
Well, I think that has something to do with it right now. If the guys are available, because you really can't predict tomorrow or the next day. So it's like, well, you're saving guys, and then what happens if you can't get them in the game? So right now where we're at, we had 6 games, counting last night, 5 counting tonight. When we have a chance to put a game away, we're going to try to put it away, and then we'll worry about today when we get to today.
Offensively, what do you think of the approach against really one of the better pitchers in the league in Thompson last night?
Yeah, I thought we were a little more patient in the middle innings. I thought he had good stuff early on. Then I'm not sure with 100% certainty, but I thought maybe he abandoned his fastball a little bit more later in the game. But I think that's something that he's done in the past anyway. Usually, like in that 4th or 5th inning, he seems to get a little more off speed than at the beginning. I thought the first couple innings he was a lot of fastballs and then show the off speed. But I thought as the game went on, it was more off speed and then show the fastball. But yeah, he's a quality pitcher, and we've seen him around here now for several years. But I thought we did a good job, and when we got some pitches to hit, we didn't miss them, and so that happens sometimes. And some nights you get those same pitches and you don't do anything with them. That's one of the beautiful things of the game.
We've got Jake Ezel tonight. Do you have an expectation going in on how far he can go, what he can do in a starting role?
Well, I don't know. To be fair to Jake, I think the longest we've ever had him out there might have been 2 or 3 innings at the most. He's never really done more than that. We pretty much have a whole bullpen tonight available. So we're not going to ask him to do, anything crazy, but just to start the game for us. And right-handed pitcher. They have a lot of right-handed hitters in their lineup, so and he's thrown the ball really well lately, so I thought it was a good opportunity. This would be Steve Janis's start, so we've been trying to dance around that now for 4 or 5 times, and this will be the last time we have to dance around that start in regular season. So we're going to give Jake an opportunity today, see what he can do, and that'll give us some information for next year too.
What do you like about his stuff that you've seen in the bullpen?
I love his velocity. If he throws the ball, he's probably one of the harder throwing pitchers on our team at 93, 94 miles an hour. He does have an idea what he's trying to do. He can sink the ball. When he keeps the ball down, we've seen him do really, really well on the road, especially. He seems to have pitched more on the road this year, I think, than at home. But he's done really well, and he went through a stint there where he didn't get in a game for almost like 3 weeks. He didn't make the Sugar Land trip. We really didn't use him the week when we came back from Sugar Land that much, and so ever since he's been in the games since that point, he's done really, really well. So he's earned a chance to go ahead out there tonight.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Rebs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Rebs getting set to take the field here momentarily. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Blue Crabs, it'll be Jose Lozada, the third baseman, leading off. Edwin Garcia at shortstop will hit second. Nate Sampson at second base bats third. Hitting cleanup, the DH Michael Snyder. Devin Rodriguez, first baseman, bats fifth. Corey Vaughn in center field will hit sixth. Tucker Nathans, I don't know who Tuther is, but Tucker Nathans in left field will bat seventh. Luis Allen catching, hitting eighth, and Zach Cohn in right will round it out. Again, Lozada, Garcia, Sampson, Snyder, Rodriguez, Vaughn, Nathans, Allen, and Cohn, with Drew Hayes on the mound. For the Rebs tonight, they will have Alonzo Harris leading off in left. Jared Mitchell, the right fielder, bats second. Hitting third and DHing is Isaias Tejeda. Telvin Nash, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Ruby Silva at second base bats fifth. Luis Cruz, the catcher, hitting sixth. Travis Witherspoon in center field bats seventh. Ryan Dent, the shortstop, hitting eighth. Chase Simpson at third base will bat ninth, with Jake Ezel on the hill. Revs have taken the field. The Field of Dreams team from Northeastern joining them. And we will take our final pregame break. First pitch for game number 136 of the season. We'll have it for you next.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
This is Brad Allen. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs and the Blue Crabs tonight with 5 to go. The Revs lead the division by 2. The magic number entering play tonight is 4. Revs have taken the field for this one, and wearing the alternate black here tonight as Jake Ezel stretches out and will begin his warm-ups on the game mound. He's 0-1 with a .463 ERA and 8 outings in relief. 11 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. And you heard Mace mention that long hiatus that he had in August, but has thrown the ball pretty well since then. And over his last couple of outings, 1 run in 3 innings. Last time out at Somerset, 2 scoreless innings on Friday night on the road. And Matt, I think a big key for him, he's got good stuff. He's used to pitching in relief, but don't overthrow it early. Hit your spots, work the ball downhill, and get yourself some confidence going in a different role.
Yeah, exactly. You come out and nothing's different other than you're the first man in the game. And we talked about his velocity. He can get it up there, 93, 94. I think if he can just be confident, we've seen him throw the ball hard and it has looked low effort. So if he can stay within himself and do that, get ahead early, throw strikes, and really use his fielders early and kind of build up as the game goes along, I think he'll have a really successful game. Only his second professional start. He made 1 in Australia in winter ball a couple years ago, but a starter in college, so he certainly isn't new to the role as a whole.
Was Justin Verlander is his favorite pro athlete, and I'm sure watching him start, he's probably mimicked him over the years growing up and whatnot, and get that second chance as a pro to start a game here tonight. Ready to go as Jose Lozada makes his way to the plate. The Blue Crabs in their alternate baby blue, the Revs again in the black. And the sun coming out as Lozada makes his way up there. Most of the outfield in sunlight, all of the infield in shadows though now. And mostly gray skies above, but the sun has peeked through.
So we'll get about an hour and a half of sun here today.
Yeah, all day. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch upon us. As Ezel peeks over his glove, he fires, and it's a fastball right down the middle for a strike. We are underway. 6:35 start, 77 degrees here at the ballpark. On the wind and the 0-1. And a swing and a fly ball deep toward the corner and right. Mitchell after it, and it one-hops the wall. He'll play the carom barehanded and fires in to Silva, cutting it off. A leadoff double for Lozada, who one-hops the fence. And he's been red hot. 455 his last 9 games. It's gotten him to a 300 average overall for the year.
And it looked like a changeup there from Azell, and he just left it up a little bit. It didn't look like a bad pitch, but I think overall you'd like to get that changeup low in the zone, have some downward action to it.
Now here's Edwin Garcia, who will try to move him. First pitch, he slaps it on the ground. Nash will pick it at first, takes it to the bag. It does advance Lozada. One down, and Garcia really waited back and inside out of that ball to advance the lead runner. Nice job from him. Nash reaching toward the bag. Just another step over and right on first base for the unassisted out. Runner at third with one away, and Nate Sampson the hitter. Sampson at .333 in 4 games, 6 for 18. He's driven in 3. Rebs held him hitless last night. And he's out of the pitch. Fastball down low. Chris Engstrand, our plate ump tonight. Joe Del Balso at first. David Speranza at third. Well, we will keep you updated from Lancaster. They host Long Island again tonight. Well, he's out the 1-0. And a chopper to third. High hop. Simpson a leaping grab. Looks Lozada back and fires to first. 2 down. He was in even with the grass, and he had to get up on a high chop off the dirt, but a nice play again from Simpson at third.
And you mentioned he looked the runner back, and I think that served 2 purposes. Not only was it the right play to make sure that Lozada stayed put at third, but I think it also let him get his feet underneath of him, balance himself, and give him a good base of which to throw over to first base.
The 2 groundouts after the leadoff double. Now Ezel's got to face Michael Snyder, and the cleanup hitter. First pitch, fastball, strike. He nails Cruz's glove right where he's set up, down and in. 92, and a nice, easy delivery from him.
And this is a big at-bat here, not only because Snyder's such a good hitter, but I think it's a huge confidence boost if Ezel can work around a leadoff double and keep a first-inning scoreless frame on the board.
Pitch, a check swing on a slider, appeal to first. He did, and it's 0-2. Though Ezel holds the cards now, trying to finish off the inning. Snyder last night went oppo for his 25th home run and 50th all-time with Southern Maryland, 25 both years. Leads the league by 1 now, ahead of Sean Halton. 283 hitter, the stretch. And Ezel, the 0-2 slider down and away. Good spot. Snyder 72 driven in. He's second in the league in slugging behind only Alonzo Harris. Well, he's out from the stretch. Runner at third, 2 outs. He's ready. And the 1-2. Swinging a foul tip. He just barely got a piece. A high fastball there at 93. He's out challenging one of the league's top run producers. It's only his 3rd pro season. Ezel began his career in the Frontier League in 2015. The Florence Freedom and the Windy City Thunderbolts. And Snyder asks for time and backs away. The Revs acquired him after a standout run in the USPBL earlier this season. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A slider down out of the zone. And the leadoff double is stranded at third as Ezel gets Snyder swinging. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And what a big boost that has to be for him. We've played a half inning. It's the Blue Crabs nothing. The Revs coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Gladfelder, Anstat Communications, RG Group, RKL, Buchard Horn Incorporated. The York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit YCEA-PA.org.
As any baseball fan will tell you, there's nothing quite like spring training. Join Kraus Travel for spring training with the Baltimore Orioles. Follow the Birds south to Florida March 18th through the 23rd and catch 6 spring training games. Kraus Travel's spring training package includes round-trip travel from York, 5 nights in historic downtown Bradenton, daily breakfast, transportation to and from each game, and more. Reserve your spot in the lineup now. Call Kraus Travel today at 244-6410 or email info@kraustravel.com.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we urge residents to properly dispose of household medications. That's why we put secure medication drop boxes in 16 police departments. Drop old meds off for free. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
No score. Alonzo Harris leads things off for York against right-hander Drew Hayes. And Zoe in there, hitting it .313. Here's Hayes' first pitch, and he swings and fouls it off the net. Alonzo 4th in the league in hitting, tied for 4th in home runs. He blasted his 22nd last night, the most by a Revs hitter since Chad Tracy hit 23 in 2014. The 0-1 and a fastball called strike, tied for 6th most in a season in Revs history. Nate Espy joining him at that mark back in 07. The pitch, and it's a slider down low. Alonzo, the league leader in runs and slugging. Hayes shakes off. Blue Crabs with the gray hats again. He deals, and a slider bent outside, 2-2. The Harris lays off a couple of sliders, one that broke low, this one breaking away. And the pitch, breaking ball, he pops it up at first. It's Devin Rodriguez under it, tapping his glove, and drifts into foul ground and makes the grab. Hayes coming in, 8 wins, 8 losses, tied for 9th in the league in ERA at 4.03. 22 starts, about a hit per inning. 118 and a third innings, 120 hits, 49 walks, 90 strikeouts. The Blue Crabs loaded with right-handed starters, which really plays well in their home ballpark, especially if you have a cutter or something running away from that short porch and left. Here's Jared Mitchell, and Hayes delivers, and a swing and a liner foul into the Blue Crab bullpen. It banged off their bench. As a couple of Crab relievers vacate their seats. Mitchell 7th in hitting, up to 7th at .303. Last night slugged his 14th home run, which came in the 2-hole in the first inning, opening the scoring. There's the 0-1, and a fastball. Hayes locates, called strike. Hit his spot away. Mitchell, who's 4th and on base now, and he's reached safely in 51 of his last 55 games played. Last night, his 11th home run in those 55. The 0-2. And Hayes missing outside, trying to get him to extend the zone. Hayes, a solid acquisition for them pretty early in the season. Last year, he was in the big leagues, 6 games with Cincinnati. Pitch. And a backdoor slider, strike 3. Mitchell punched out. And some pretty sharp dart on that one as it came back. 2 up, 2 down. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Long Island with a 1-0 lead in the first in Lancaster. A Lou Ford home run to open the scoring there. Here's Tejeda DHing tonight. Comes in 5th in batting at .310, 17 homers, 4th in RBIs with 78, and 2nd in hits. Bit of a quieter week for him as he tries to get hot again, heading toward the finish. Lights are on here at full force. Pitch from Hayes is down low. No score here in the first tonight. Hayes spent most of last year at AAA Louisville in the Red system. And a swing and a broken bat loop here to left. It's going to hang up, though, for Tucker Nathans drifting in and then over toward left center a couple steps. He makes the play and the inning's over. That bat snapped, and a big splinter went foul to the left of home plate. Revs down in order. We go to the second. York and Southern Maryland all scoreless.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, and even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
This is Houghton Buchanan. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Out of the second inning, no score tonight. Jake Ezel back to the hill. Allowed a leadoff double to Lozada in the first inning, but left him at third. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout of the big guy, Snyder. Devin Rodriguez will lead it off, hitting 5th again tonight, .364 average. An injury-interrupted campaign, but he's been outstanding when he's been in there. First pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Against the Revs, he's hit .487. Last night, the first time they had faced him since relatively early in the year, but it's been a tough out. Pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. He had 6 home runs, 49 driven in. For a while, he was really carrying them en route to the first half title, although they had to wait a long time to play the game that decided it. Pitch is slapped on the ground toward the middle. Dent, a sliding pick, and tried to pop up but couldn't get the handle, and Rodriguez will have an infield hit. Now, Dent sliding to his left, and at that point, it was a matter of how quickly he could get up and transfer, and a lot going on there, just couldn't get the grip on it.
And that was a tough hop, too, an in-between hop, and it looked like Dent actually slid after he fielded the ball, almost using the slide to stop his momentum to be able to pop up and set himself to make the throw, but when he popped up, the ball slipped out of his grip.
Now Rodriguez on to start the inning. Here's Corey Vaughn. He's hitting .256. 13 homers. First pitch is up high and a late reach from Cruz, who just barely caught it. I guess he wasn't crossed up. He's not going out to talk with him, but movement might have fooled him. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Check swing, and he went. Fastball down and away at 92. Vaughn couldn't stop in time. It's been a rough stretch for him. 1 for 17 his last 5. But he's had a good year. He's 4th in the league in walks, gets on base. Well, Ezel with the 1-1. And a swing and a miss, a slider. He's got good stuff early. Doesn't seem to be phased by a different role either.
A good speed differential, too. He's around 92 with the fastball, 81 with the slider.
Ezel, a Georgia native. And he fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A slider for his second strikeout of the night. And comes back with a K after the leadoff hit. 1 down. Tucker Nathan's up next. Did not see him last night. Nathans, who's been with the Blue Crabs about a month or so, hitting .239 with 3 home runs, 16 driven in. Ezel to stretch and delivers, and missed in the dirt. No score here in the second inning. Nathans, who began his career in the Can-Am and American Association, and then went to the Frontier League, and in 2013, 2 years into his pro career, got a contract with the Orioles, was in their system for 4 years, making it to AAA this season. 1-0, and a fastball called strike, 92 on the outer edge. It's the stretch, and Ezel with the 1-1. Fastball in the dirt. Cruz knocks it down with the glove. Fletch, he's got a great rapport with all the pitchers, but I always wonder, like, is there even a little extra bond when it's a guy from Georgia? He's very proud of his roots. But he does hate the Georgia Bulldogs. He's a Tennessee Vol. He's in their Hall of Fame. Now Ezel comes set, delivers, and a foul tip back to the net. 2-2. Rodriguez on at first with the infield hit. He's the one that had the infield hit that busted up Gailey's perfecto in the 5th last night. Leadoff man on each of the first 2 innings. Ezel, though, trying to maneuver past again. Here's the 2-2. And a ground ball towards second. Silva there. Feeds Dent. The turn. Got him. 4-6-3 double play. Hit hard, but Silva shifting to his right. Got there and flipped to Dent, who did the rest. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's gonna be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
This is Jay Goss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We go to the bottom of the second tonight. Talvin Nash will lead it off. And Drew Hayes a 1-2-3 first. His first pitch is driven deep to left center. It's gone! Talvin Nash on the first pitch crushes a home run deep into the playground in left center. And the Revs have struck first tonight, a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second on Nash's 16th. Not bad for 36 games played. Man. A 1-0 head start. It's the 44th of his Revs career. He's within one of tying for fourth. Here's Ruby Silva, who tries to bunt his way on. Hayes is in to handle it and throws to first to get him by a step. Then we see Silva, a willing attempter at bunting for a hit, but Nash with the home run. Matt, he came in here earlier today looking to change his walk-up music, and I guess he knew exactly what he was doing.
And of those home runs he's hit this year, he hasn't really gotten cheated on too many. He hits them to the deepest parts of the ballpark. He's a guy who hits to the power alleys, and going back to an interview I did with him a few weeks ago, I remember asking him, did he like the label of a home run hitter? And he said, early in his career, yes, but not so much anymore.
It was a strike on Luis Cruz on a slider.
And he said, now I just feel like I'm a hitter. And he hits it to all fields, and it just happens to go.
Next one is a late cut. He punches a foul off the front of the Revs dugout.
I mean, you put a good swing on it, and you happen to possess the power that he does, well, oftentimes the fences will not contain it.
Now that was well back over the LED board in left center. No doubter. 0-2, and a swing and a liner straightaway center. Vaughn gets a read and drifts back to make the catch. Hit pretty well by Cruz, but right at the center fielder. Revs with their league-leading 136th home run as a team. Again, Nash with his 44th, and all-time that is with York. Puts him within one of matching Scott Grimes for third. I think I said fourth. He's in fourth, one away from tying for third. Here's Witherspoon. First pitch, breaking ball is inside. And that's in a little over a full season if you added up all of his 3 partial years here. 1-0, and a breaking ball called strike on Spoon. He's hitting at .269 with 8 home runs. Hayes, the 1-1, and a breaking ball low. Hayes, who is really open with his leg as he lifts, and then he gets square to home plate before he strides. There's the wind, the 2-1, and a slider a little low. And pretty much everything off speed to Witherspoon so far falls behind him.
And if you take Nash's pace from this year alone and extrapolate that over an entire season, he's on pace for 51 in 140.
It's the 3-1, swing and a pop foul, back and out of play. Revs as a team have now hit their most home runs since 2012 in a season, and their third most in a season all time. Trying to lead the league for the first time. The 3-2, and a swing and a liner to center, sinking and down for a hit. Witherspoon reached out and got it. Hayes was going slider to him the entire at-bat. One too many, and Witherspoon reached out and serves it into center.
Really good plate coverage there from Witherspoon. Pretty much a one-handed swing. Like you said, had to protect 2 strikes and just floated it into center field to get on board.
A 2-out base runner for Ryan Dent, who's been driving the ball here of late. Big doubles in each game on this homestand. Set himself up to score the winner on Monday and drove in one early last night, hitting at .262. 2 for 3 last night. Hayes with the pitch. Fastball, it's a called strike. First time that he goes out of the stretch tonight. Nash came all the way around the bases on his own. Mentioned the Revs leading the league in long balls. They lead it now by 10. The stretch and a move to first. In the dirt, got away. Bounces off the sidewall along the line and right. Witherspoon round second, jetting to third. The throw is going to be late, and he's in standing. It's a 2-base error on the pickoff try, and Witherspoon goes to third base with 2 outs. Blue Crabs with their 100th error of the year, the second fewest in the league. And now Dent trying to bring him home from third base.
Really heads-up base running there by Witherspoon. Got to his feet quickly after initially diving back to first, and then picked up Polo rounding second, realized he could make it all the way to third.
Hayes, the 0-1 to Dent. And a line drive base hit to center. Witherspoon in to score, and the Revs lead it 2-0. And Ryan Dent with a BB back up the middle. Another big base hit for him. Drives in his 43rd, and the Revs make it count right away. 2-0 the lead here in the second inning tonight. And he was all over that one. Just laced back up the middle. Here's Chase Simpson. Home run for him in the 7th last night. First pitch, he swings, fouls it off, third base side. Upstairs and down into the seats below. Home run was his 4th and 2nd in 3 games. And the Revs, this power-laden offense, about a week and a half ago, they were probably 2 behind Lancaster for leading the league in home runs. Now they're 10 up. Offense has transformed as the year has gone. Now Hayes with the 0-1, and he just missed outside. This is the first year that Hayes has been a regular starter. Previous high in a season was 2 starts. Now ready, and the 1-1. Swing and a pop foul down the left field side. That'll find the seats. Tonight's start number 23 for him this year. 30th, or rather 29th, I should say, of his pro career. His previous 7 years, all in the red system. Finally made it all the way to the big leagues last season. 11th round pick out of Vanderbilt originally. 1-2. And a liner down the line in right, but pulled foul. And one of the kids from the Northeastern Little League team, a lefty. And he's got the glove on his right hand, just nonchalant, reached up out of his seat and caught it in the front row. Revs bullpen loves it. Logan Williamson cheering him on. Right over Logan's left shoulder. Kid was ready. Now Hayes the stretch. Another 1-2. And a backdoor slider just missed. Good eye from Simpson. Hayes' debut outing in the big leagues last year came against the future world champs, came against the Cubs. And they did get to him for 4 earned in 2 innings. He deals, and it's swung on, fouled away again. So Simpson will make him continue to work. Revs with a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. Opening the scoring with 2 runs. Hayes 8-8, the Blue Crabs 12-10 when he has started this season. And he's been durable, at least 5 innings in 20 of his starts. Pitch, swing and a foul again. Simpson playing pepper with the left side here, just continuing to fight him off. He's a 6'1" righty, 30 years old as of 10 days ago. Another 2-2. And a liner foul again, pulled this time on the ground toward the Revs bullpen. As Simpson with his 6th foul ball of the at-bat. Early on some, late protecting on a lot of the fastballs as well. And the battle goes on. Dent a short lead at first. Wrapped an RBI single to center a moment ago. And Hayes another 2-2. Swing, another foul. That would be 7. This one back against the net. Do have a winner on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Thanks to Talvin Nash going yard. That would be Fran Rauscher. Congratulations, Fran. You can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office. All new services purchased from now to the end of the year. Heritage Lawn donates 5% of the value to hurricane relief. Now the stretch, another 2-2 to Simpson, and a breaking ball, swing and a miss. A backdoor slider that ends a 10-pitch at bat. But Simpson did bump his pitch count up, if nothing else, after an already lengthy inning for him. Revs scored twice on 3 hits. Nash goes yard. Dent with an RBI single. 1 error and 1 left. We head to the third. It's 2-0 York.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
From Manny Brothers, almost famous, always a favorite. From Manny Brothers, almost famous sandwiches served on Italian bread. Your choice of meat piled high with cheese, fresh cut fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Every day is happy hour with half price on draft, bottles, and liquors. Tuesday and Thursdays, it's Primanti Pizza Feast wings and salad for under $20. We'll keep the wings flying with 59-cent wings all day Sunday and boneless wings all day Monday. Primanti Brothers, 2151 South Queen Street. Almost famous, always a favorite.
It appears both sides have made their arguments and deliberations have concluded. Now, it's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it looks as though they're about to render their decision. Hang on. That's it. OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. A dozen vanilla sprinkles for me, please. Again, this just in, OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. And as always, every dozen is a baker's dozen in a big white box with orange maple donut lettering. How's that for memorabilia?
Maple donuts taste right.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third, Revs with a 2-0 lead. They have struck first here tonight. Jake Ezel back to work. A double play to retire the side in order last inning. He's had leadoff hits in both innings, but has worked around those both times.
And going back to that double play, it was a really nice turn by Silva. That ball was hit to his right. And a lot of times you see guys try to backhand that, but he was able to move his feet quickly and get in front of it and shovel it to Nash. I think the transfer's a lot quicker with his body still square.
Well, Luis Allen leads off the third. Ezel misses just inside. Allen, the K-man tonight. Ezel at 22 pitches through 2 innings. Allen hitting .244. Here's the 1-0. And he swings, hits one high and deep in left, and that's going to go. Harris can only stand, look up, and watch it clear the newspaper in left. Luis Allen back here in York, his 5th home run, and Southern Maryland on the board. It's 2-1. I figure Ezel probably supplies some power there as hard as he throws, and Allen a nice smooth swing to it, got the underside of the ball, and it took off. All 5 of his home runs this year have been hit since he left York. Southern Maryland cuts the Revs lead in half. Here's Zach Cohn, who's hitting .244, and he check swings and taps a foul straight back. And he's out when change up there. Cohn a little fooled on that. Blue Crabs have hit 110 home runs as a team, 5th in the league. It's the 0-1, and a swing and a miss. Slider away, Cohn reaching. He has hit 9 and has driven in 45. Also has good speed, 22 steals. Ezel delivers, and a check swing, and it's in the dirt. Cruz a clean grab and a tag. Wasn't sure if it was a foul tip or dirt, but it skipped in, and Cohn on the check swing went around. Cruz a clean pick and put the tag on him. Ezel with his 3rd strikeout.
And you could really tell on that swing that Cohn did not at all pick up the break on the pitch. A good slider there from Ezel, and he backed his right foot, his back foot up while trying to reach across the plate, so took away some of the reach, and he had a lot further to go.
A strikeout in each inning now for him. Here's Jose Lozada at the top of the order. First pitch to the switch hitter. It sinks down and away, a changeup. Opened the game with a double, but Ezel did not permit him to score. A lot of the cloud cover now has broken apart. Some clearing. The 1-0, and it just missed outside a fastball. Lozada, who's hit .333 against York this season. .2-0 pitch, and it missed away. Revs a 2-1 lead here in the third. Zell tugs at his jersey, a step behind the rubber for a moment, now fires, and there's a strike, fastball. 3-1. The very beginning of this year, he was with Traverse City in the Frontier League and dominated in the USPBL. Pitch outside, and it's a walk to Lozada. So the Blue Crab leadoff man has been on both times. A one-out walk here, the first of the night from Ezel. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Headline Foods, and D's Nuts. Here's Edwin Garcia, who grounded out to first in the first inning. A good piece of hitting from him, advancing Lozada, but Ezel would strand him at third base. Lozada has got 25 steals, leads from first. Pitch is fouled against the net, got in on him. 0-1. Garcia's been their everyday shortstop this year. He had spent his entire previous career in the Rangers system, making it to AAA. Third in the league in hits this year with 138. Now moved to first high, and Nash had to reach. Lozada sprawling back. Revs do have some bullpen activity now, or at least the beginning of it, with Ezel at 33 pitches. Has a sign from Cruz. 0-1. And a ground ball weakly at third. Simpson there. Throws to second. Silva the turn. Another one. 5-4-3 double play around the horn. And he sawed off Garcia, who could get no extension on it. He bat-handled it down to third. Simpson scooped it. And Silva, who started the one last inning, completes the one this inning. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's York 2, Southern Maryland 1.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Sprott.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star. Purchase participating products. Scan your Rutter's rewards card or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs lead 2-1. We go to the bottom half of the third as Alonzo Harris foul tips one. What a big cut that was on a first pitch slider from Hayes. 2-1 York.
and he swung first pitch in both of his at-bats, and second time through the order now, Hayes going first pitch off speed.
Top of the order for York. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a high fly ball in left. It sends Nathans drifting back deep. He's going to have room, though, on the front of the warning track. A one-hand grab. Harris just got under it. That thing launched way up there. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Long Island now a 2-0 lead in Lancaster in the third inning. Other games, New Britain up 1-0 in the third at Somerset. Bridgeport at Sugarland in less than an hour. Here's Jared Mitchell. First pitch is down low. He struck out looking his first time. Now Hayes kicks, delivers. And a bouncer foul over toward the Revs dugout and into it. Revs will host the Blue Crabs again tomorrow night, and then it's Lancaster coming in for the regular season's last three. On the wind and the pitch, and a slider bends in for a strike. The Revs with a magic number of 4 coming in tonight. If they can get it to 2 by Friday, they'd only have to beat Lancaster once. Anything more than that, and it would come down to who wins that final series. It's the 1-2 and a fastball low. It's a different tiebreaker in the second half this year in the league. It's the second half head-to-head record. And while York leads the season series 9-7, the second half tied 3-3. Hayes the pitch. Change up away. Mitchell started but stopped. No real reason to even appeal that, but they will. 3-2. Tejada on deck. Hayes did get the top of the order 1-2-3 in the first. He's got 1 out, nobody on here in the third. The pitch and a swing and a miss, a slider down and in. He has had Mitchell figured out so far tonight. Second time he's gotten him. Third strikeout total. 2 down. Tejada will bat.
Hayes has looked pretty good with that slider so far. Not quite the bite that Treese had a couple of nights ago, but still pretty good. And that one down and in to Mitchell.
Tejada now, who flied out to left his first time. They call for the LEDs to be dimmed. Hayes with the pitch, and a slider breaks down and away. 2-1, York on top. On the wind, the 1-0, and a breaking ball called strike. Whoever gets in from this second half race will face Southern Maryland in their home park. The second half winners' home park Wednesday and Thursday, then at Southern Maryland the remainder. Pitch is off the plate away, 2-1. Be the division series starting next week. And now Hayes steps off.
It'd be interesting to know who they would rather face. Every team's going to tell you, oh, we don't care, you know, it's all about us. But you know that they're deep down, guys have their preferences.
2-1 and a little bit low.
The Revs top to bottom, I think a deeper team right now than Lancaster, a better pitching staff, but the Barnstormers getting a couple big key guys back that were potent in the first half. Darian Sanford, Caleb Gindel returning of late.
Hayes with the pitch, and a slider bent back for a strike, 3-2. Long Island in that game over there tonight trying to snap their own 6-game skid. Bridgeport within 2 games of first. Hayes a deep breath, the 3-2. And just missed, down and away. Tejeda with a violent bat flip halfway toward the dugout as he'll march to first with a 2-out walk. Boy, was that close. And the inning continues for Talvin Nash.
I think Tejeda was just frustrated he didn't get a pitch to hit.
Yeah,
he's not a guy who goes up there looking to walk.
Got into that hitter's count. His eyes were probably lit up. But ultimately does walk. And here's Nash, who jumped on the first pitch for a homer last inning. First one this time, and it missed low, a fastball. Home run was Nash's 16th this season. And again, his 44th all-time with York. One away from Scott Grimes, who's third in Revs history. A long set, a move to first. Tejeda went back in standing up. It's fairly close with Rodriguez reaching to the leg on that tag. Hayes a peek over his front shoulder as he sets the hands. Long set, the 1-0, and a slider breaks low. Revs have won the second half in 08, 2011, and 12. That was the last time they did it. They were first half champs in 2010, 14, and 16. Never been a wild card, and there won't be one this year. They've never faced Southern Maryland in the postseason. Here's the 2-0, and a breaking ball tumbles low. So there on the 2-0 count, nothing straight, and Hayes falls to 3-0. I think if Nash does get anything straight, he'll be pulling the trigger here. And if not, Ruby Silva on deck could get a chance. 2-1 the lead here in the third, the stretch, and the 3-0 missed way outside. Back-to-back 2-out walks, and Silva will look to take advantage here with 2 men on. Silva, who tried to bunt for a hit last inning, but bunted it back toward Hayes. He's 2 for 6 with the Revs with a homer and a double.
Ruby Silva.
Tejeda at second, Nash at first, Ruby digs in. Third game played. It was an Uber that he took to TD Bank Ballpark on Monday. Polo drove him the rest of the way from Jersey. First pitch, fastball, strike called on the outer edge. Silva from Cuba began his career in the Cuban National Series, then signed with the Cubs, made it to AAA. Batted in the 280s during his time in the Cubs system, including a year at AAA 2 years ago. Here's the 0-1, and a slider and a called strike, backdoored from Hayes.
He mentioned the travel to get here for Silva, not nearly as bad as the trip that Grant Sides had. He said it took him 16 hours to get here from KC.
Did he do it in one day?
I don't know about that. Perhaps.
It's the 0-2, and that missed away.
And then Michael Burgess drove home to Florida, picking up his family in Tennessee on the way. They'd evacuated there, so he's been traveling a lot, expected back tomorrow. He's flying in.
That is a little bit quicker. Here's the stretch. Look back at second, 1-2, and a swing and a tapper toward first, but foul. Silva able to get to it. He's not a guy that crowds the plate. He's a little bit off, but covers the plate well, likes to hit it the other way, and on the first pitch he saw Monday night, did just that for a home run. The double last night was off the left center fence the other way. Two on, two out, 2-1 York. Hayes ready. Check of second, he deals way high, up around the shoulders, 2-2. Mace said, by the way, that Verona should be ready tomorrow as well, so he'd be ready to play. Burgess coming back. Now Hayes set. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball, and Hayes works out of it. Couple of 2-out walks, but he strands both. His 4th strikeout of the night. And we've played 3, heading to the 4th. Matt with the play-by-play. The Revs with a 2-1 lead.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, one inning will be designated, and one name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Hey Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with 9s in a line, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WYK. First in York, first in sport.
We head to the 4th. Jake Ezell stays on. He's already pitched his most innings this year. Coming in, it was 2 2/3. He's gone 3 full. He's rolled double play balls in back-to-back innings. The only run across against him, a Luis Allen solo home run. The Revs leading it 2-1. It'll be Nate Sampson, Michael Snyder, and Devin Rodriguez to hit. 3, 4, and 5 against Ezell. Witherspoon in center field, playing the opposite way against Sampson as he digs in. Ezell holds the glove out in front of his face as he gets his sign. The righty winds, and the first pitch, and that one's over. Strike 1. The righty winds, and the 0-1. A weak swing that's grounded foul off the facing of the third base dugout and into the seats. Across the river in Lancaster, it's the Ducks 2 and the Barnstormers 1. Sean Halton, an RBI double, getting Lancaster on the board. The 0-2 pitch, check swing, and appeal to first, no swing, says Joe Del Balso. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sampson. Ezell, we mentioned, a Georgia native, attended Warner Robins High School. And that Warner Robins area, known for its baseball, the 1-2, down and away. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Warner Robins, a team that makes many appearances in the Little League World Series. You hear that name a lot when it comes to youth baseball. The 2-2 to Sampson, reached for and chopped on the left side. Fielding it from the backhand is Dent, the long throw across, and just in time. Bang, bang at first place, and Telvin Nash stretching. Nash circling a slowly hit ball, and from our vantage point, it looked like Sampson may have beat it, but Joe Delb also at first with the call of out.
And Dan is always so certain of what he wants to do, but that time got caught a little bit in between. Does he circle and charge, or does he play the backhand to his right? He ended up going with that, but not until a brief hesitation.
Here's Snyder, the DH, and the first pitch he tried to hold up, could not do so. He goes around on a slider, and he falls behind 0-1. Ezell began his collegiate career at Middle Georgia College. 8 appearances out of the bullpen, a couple of saves his freshman year. The 0-1, and that one's another slider in there for a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Really nice pitch, and he gets ahead 0-2. And at Middle Georgia, he got his team within 1 game of the JUCO World Series, but then transferring to Columbus State University for the remainder of his college career. 0-2 to Snyder, fastball high and away. 91 on the heater, it misses 1-2. Began his career at Columbus State mainly out of the bullpen, but then his senior year inserted into the starting rotation. The 1-2, that one bounces in, smothered by Cruz behind the plate. Started 10 games his senior year, a team high of 7 wins and a 4.44 ERA. He was named the All-Peach Belt second team following his senior campaign. The 2-2, check swinging a ball that moved down and in, and it left the strike zone. Snyder lays off. Good arm side run. Good tilt there by Ezell. It just missed. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Snyder a strikeout in the first. And the payoff pitch, called strike 3. Brought it back over the inside corner. Snyder thought it was ball 4. He dropped the bat. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. 4th punch out for Ezell, and 2 gone in the 4th. Came with that front door slider, and he's mainly thrown it away to right-handers. That time on 3-2, came into Snyder. And Chris Angstrand behind the plate said it caught the inner edge. Two down, base is empty for Rodriguez. The first pitch down and away, handcuff Cruz, and it trickles to the backstop, 1-0. Two to 1, the Revs out in front here, top of the 4th. Rodriguez, an infield hit his first time up. Ezell working from the first base side. He winds, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez, an infield hit 2 nights in a row now. Last night breaking up the perfecto for Gailey, and he swings and misses a big rip at a pitch that tailed down and away from his left-handed bat. 2 balls and a strike. So even when he has not hit the ball hard, Rodriguez continues to pick up base hits against the Revs. 2-1, and the pitch fouled straight back. Rodriguez now with 20 hits in 40 at-bats and even 500 average against York. Taps the bat on the outside corner. And the 2-2. That one sails outside, and the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ezell at 50 pitches trying to get through the 4th, and then likely turn it over to the bullpen, but a fine job in his first start of the year. 12th Rev to make a start this season. The righty kicks and fires. Reached for and poked foul down the left field line and into the seats. And the count holds full at 3-2. Ezel pitched for the Brisbane Bandits in the Australian League in 2016. That was the last time he started. And the payoff pitch chopped high in the air to shortstop. Dent charging in. He fields. He throws off balance and got him by a step. Ryan Dent fielding the high chopper, throwing across his body. And Jake Ezel gets the Blue Crabs 1-2-3 in the fourth. Through 3.5 at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 2 and the Blue Crabs 1 on 1350 WOYK.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with the friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs coming to bat in the home fourth. They lead the Blue Crabs by a score of 2-1. Looking to make it 5 straight victories and match a season high. More importantly, they want to keep that magic number on the decline. It's 4 right now, trying to make it 3. Luis Cruz stands in, and a first pitch strike on the outside edge from Hayes, 0-1. Cruz a fly out to center field, his first time up. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one just missed the outside corner, maybe a little low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayes, a Tennessee native, was drafted out of high school, and the pitch to Cruz has him jumping back and out of the way. In on the hands, 2 balls and a strike. The Diamondbacks took him in the 29th round of 2006, but he did not sign. Did sign with the Mariners out of Vanderbilt in 09, and the pitch lifted in the air, right field. Back on it, Cone, he waits, and now will make the catch drifting towards the line for out number 1. Hayes, of course, a very good baseball player, but he was very good in 3 different sports in high school. He's a 3-time All-State football player. In fact, was named Mr. Football in the state of Tennessee in 2005, and that's SEC country. That's big-time football. First pitch to Witherspoon, that's off the plate away. And high school football down in the Southeast, very big. Friday Night Lights and all that. 1-0 the count, base is empty, 1 man down. Pitch to Witherspoon, breaking ball, and it catches the outside corner. Hayes evens the count at 1-1. He finished his high school career with the 2nd most career passing yards in state history, did Hayes, who fires 1-1 and misses up and away. 2 balls and a strike, and he was also all-district in basketball. So a 3-sport athlete, went the baseball route. Works from the wind. When he lifts his leg, he actually points his front toe towards home plate. The 2-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. Witherspoon geared up for the fastball, got the slider. And out in front, it's 2-2. Hayes gets his sign. Allen behind the plate sets up outside. And the 2-2 to Witherspoon, breaking ball, and he fights it foul off to the right and out of play. Hayes spent 7 seasons in the Reds organization, and he had several very good years in the minors. Started out as a reliever and picked up 22 saves in 2011 in 51 games. The 2-2 pitch inside, corner called strike 3. Witherspoon felt that was off the plate inside, but Chris Angstran rings him up. Strikeout number 5 for Hayes, and 2 away here in the home fourth. That'll bring up Ryan Dent. Revs lead it 2-1, bases empty, and 2 away. And following that 2011 season with the Daytona Dragons, Hayes was named an MLB.com Class A Relief Pitcher of the Year. Also an MILB.com Organizational All-Star with the Reds. Certainly a highly touted prospect. First pitch to Denny, swings away and pops it up straight back towards the screen. Allen coming back, he tosses the mask and will have no play. Just a couple rows back into the seats. Just to the first base side behind home plate. Strike 1 to Dent. The following year in 2012, Hayes was a Midwest League All-Star. He played that season with the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. 3.41 ERA in 56 games, and then last season made his big league debut against the Cubs. That coming on April the 21st. The righty kicks and the 0-1 to Dent, and he fouls it back again, and in the hole now, 0-2. In that debut for Hayes, 2 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, but 4 earned runs, walked 2 and struck out 3. He punched out Jorge Soler, Addison Russell, David Ross as well. But a 3-run home run to Chris Bryant doing the damage. 0-2 pitch to Dent, and that one misses low. 1-2 the count. And Hayes appeared at Red Spring Training every year from 2012 through 2016. He shakes off and now says yes. 1-2 the count, and the offering from Hayes. That one just missed inside, very similar to the pitch on which Witherspoon was rung up a moment ago. But this time, just missed the inner edge to Dent, who jumped back and out of the way. Infield back, outfield straight away. The setup outside from Allen this time, and the 2-2. Reach for and tapped out in front of the plate. Hayes off the mound of field. He barehands. He fires to first. The stretch by Rodriguez, and they get Dent by a step. A fine defensive play by Hayes, fielding his position, and he gets the Revs in order here in the fourth. After 4 complete at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 2 and the Blue Crabs 1 on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOYK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOYK1350.com, or download the WOYK mobile app.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout, and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Jake Zell stays out there here to begin the fifth. He's faced just 2 over the minimum through 4 innings in his first start here with the Revs. The only run against him, a Luis Allen solo home run. And coming into this outing, the most batters he'd faced in a relief appearance was 14. He's faced exactly 14 through 4 innings. And will face Corey Vaughn here to lead off inning number 5. Vaughn, the center fielder, digs in. And the first pitch, he lifts it in the air. Pretty well hit left center field. Back on it, Harris towards the warning track. And on the front of the warning track, ranging over towards center field, Harris hauls it in for out number 1. Vaughn got that one just off the fist. And a 1-pitch out to begin inning number 5. Ezel just 51 pitches through 4 innings. And a 1-pitch out to begin inning number 5 brings up Tucker Nathans. Nathans, a ground ball double play in the second. Ezel has rolled 2. Nathans up from the left side. Simpson in at third. And the first pitch fastball splits the plate in half, 0-1. Ezel has also struck out 4, doubling up his season high. He picked up 2 against Somerset his last time out. And the pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. Change up down and away. We've only seen that pitch a few times, but it's been effective. And he got Nathans to swing through it. Ezel, 2 scoreless innings against the Patriots his last time out, and misses with that one. 1-2 the count. Nathans, a late season addition for Southern Maryland, picked up on August 7th. Set up outside from Cruz, the 1-2. That one misses off the plate away. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 run, 3 hits, and an error for Southern Maryland. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Revs. Ezel winds, the righty fires. And that one's lifted in the air, center field straight away. Witherspoon trots back a few steps, has it measured, and he makes the catch for out number 2. With 2 fly ball outs to begin the 5th, and the base is empty for Luis Allen. Allen, his first time up, launched one over the arch nemesis, his 5th home run of the year. And it was a pitch that was around the knees, maybe even just below the knees. He went down and got it, kind of golfed it over the wall. Base is empty, 2 men down, and the first pitch bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. Each team with a home run in this one. Telvin Nash with his 16th of the year for the Revs. Ryan Dent also driving in a run. Ezel back on the rubber. He works from the first base side. And he winds and fires. And there's a changeup in there for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Allen began his season here in York, dealt on May 19th. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. A nice pitch from Ezel. He front-doored him to get ahead 1-2. Allen now in his 14th pro season. A lot of time in the American Association. The 1-2 pitch, check swing on a pitch around the knees, appeal to first, and no swing, says Joe Del Balso. Last season for Allen, he played in Lincoln. He hit .297 with 9 home runs, 53 driven in 95 games, and walked more than twice as many times as he struck out. Doing that for the 7th straight season. A really good eye at the plate. Ezel started, now will stop and back off. Allen, undrafted out of Venezuela, began his time in the Marlins system in 2003. Ezel now back on the rubber, reading the signs put down by Cruz. And the 2-2, that one's popped up, foul territory, first base side. Nash sprinting over towards the Revs bullpen, but that will be back and into the seats. Luis Allen protecting the outside corner, fights it foul. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the Revs do have some action brewing in their right field bullpen. But Ezel, a very good first start of the year. Again, his face just 2 over the minimum and really surpassing the expectations. I think they just wanted 3 or 4 out of him. The 2-2, a check swing on a pitch that broke down and into the dirt. And no swing, says Joe Del Balso at first. It's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned that Allen played in Lincoln of the American Association last season, but prior to that spent multiple seasons in Winnipeg and holds the record in Winnipeg for hits, doubles, RBIs, and walks. This is first season in the Atlantic League. The payoff pitch, breaking ball hit in the air, shallow center field. Silva out a couple steps, Witherspoon trotting in, and it'll be Spoon to reach up and glove it to retire the side. Back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings for Ezel, and he retires 7 in a row. Halfway home at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 2 and the Blue Crabs 1 on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Labs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sport.
Back here at Peoples Bank Park, alongside Daryl Henry, I'm Matt Present. We head to the home half of the 5th inning. It'll be Chase Simpson, and then the top of the order for the Revs, Alonzo Harris and Jared Mitchell to follow. Against Drew Hayes, he gave up 2 runs in the 2nd inning. One was an unearned run, but the earned run was a Telvin Nash moonshot to left center field. His 16th of the year, 44th all-time. As Simpson, the switch hitter, will step in from the left side. Hayes ready, kicks, and delivers. The first pitch, breaking ball, tried to backdoor him, but missed up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Simpson, a solo home run last night. Also hit one on Sunday, so now 2 of his 4 home runs have come in the last 3 games. The 1-0, and he watches that one down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. He was a strikeout victim in the second, but it was not without a great battle. Fighting off many offerings from Drew Hayes. I think it ended up being a 10-pitch at bat. Lefty against righty. The 2-0 pitch, and he turns on that one, lifts it high in the air, but well foul. That might get across the railroad tracks over there on the first base side. Two balls and a strike to count, and Hayes asks for a new baseball, chucks the other one aside. The righty nods yes into his wind. The 2-1 to Simpson. That one misses down and in, ball 3. Hayes back out there for his 5th inning of work, and he's gone at least 5 innings in all but 2 of his starts this season. This entire Southern Maryland rotation has been very reliable in that category. Simpson laces one foul into the seats, first base side. Count now full 3-2. Starting pitching of this Southern Maryland team has really carried them throughout. 4 of their starters are in the top 10 in the league in ERA. Gabby Hernandez, who we will not see, leads the way with a 2.80 ERA, the only one in the Atlantic League under 3. The payoff pitch to Simpson, swing and a miss, he got him. He went breaking ball on 3-2, and Simpson out in front. 6 strikeout for Drew Hayes, and 1 gone here in the 5th. That'll turn the lineup over for Alonzo Harris. Harris last night hitting his 22nd home run of the year. Tied for 4th best now in the Atlantic League. And the only guy in the league to be hitting over 300 with 20-plus home runs and 20-plus steals as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it off straight down at the plate. It's 0-1. So Harris really has done it all in a variety of ways this year. Power, average, speed, and his defense very good as well. He's played second base and the outfield. In left field tonight, the 0-1. He watches one over, down and away. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Harris has shown off the arm a bit from left field. 6 outfield assists this year. The 1-1 pitch. He started to go, holds the hands up, and takes a strike on the inner half. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. .82 pitches now for Hayes as he works here in the 5th. Infield back, outfield straight away. He shakes off and now says yes. The setup outside from Allen. And the 1-2 pitch, he bounces that one in. Allen scoots to his left, knocks it down, and blocks it out in front. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out, nobody on, home 5th. And the 2-2 pitch to Harris. He chops one to the left side. Coming into play, the big hop is Lozada. He sets his feet and throws across. And he gets Harris by a couple of steps. 2 men down. Good read on that one by Lozada. Should that bounce, it would take a very tough hop. It would have been a short hop as opposed to a big hop. Lozada, who started even with the bag, came running onto the grass to make the play. It's 2 outs and nobody on for Jared Mitchell. 2-1, the Revs in front. And Mitchell will ask that they dim the LEDs. Mitchell 0 for 2 in this one, a couple of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. And the first pitch on the way, and that one bounces in. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Mitchell's reached base safely in 51 of his last 55, batting .245 over that span. He's also hitting .321 against righties. Hayes, of course, is a right-hander. He kicks and delivers, and a backdoor breaking ball just missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Isaias Tejeda waiting on deck. Infield plays Mitchell to pull. Outfield straightaway. The 2-0. Try to backdoor him again. This time it's in the dirt. Outside as well, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So a ball away from putting Mitchell on. Hayes has walked 2. It was Tejeda and Nash back-to-back in the third. The 3-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike. Inner half, it's 3-1. Mitchell up over 300 overall. Last season, he finished the year at 285. Played 69 games for the Revs a year ago. Hitters count 3-1. The pitch from Hayes, and that one's in tight, ball 4. And Mitchell is on for the 52nd time in his last 56 games now. He works a 2-out walk. So that on-base percentage continues to skyrocket. Mitchell entering today for the first time this year, cracking the top 5 in on-base. And he's aboard in front of Tejeda, who is now up to hit, digging a foothold in the back of the third base batter's box and taking a practice cut as always. He'll adjust the batting gloves too before he digs in. Tejeda 0 for 1, a line out to left to end the first. He walked and was left stranded in the third. Hayes will now work from the stretch, and Tejeda, sensing that Hayes was taking a bit too long, calls time and steps out. Righty against righty, Tejeda back in the box. And Hayes ready. The righty sets. A long hold. Still holding, and now throws to first, and Mitchell a dive back in. When pitchers hold it that long with a runner on, it's often to try to get that runner to tense up, to dig their feet in a bit too long and catch them flat-footed. Mitchell this season, 23 stolen bases in 29 attempts. Another throw over and another dive back in. Wouldn't be a bad time for him to run to get into scoring position with power hitters behind him. 2 men down here, home 5th. The Revs leading it 2-1. Tejeda still waiting on the first pitch. And another throw to first, this time Mitchell up standing. He had to scamper back, but he did not leave his feet that time. And 3 checks on him before Tejeda has seen a pitch. On the out-of-town scoreboard in Lancaster, it's the Ducks 2, the Barnstormers 1. They're now in the top of the 6th. It's the Patriots 2 and the Bees 1, that game in Somerset, and they're in the bottom of the 5th. Tejeda still waiting on the first pitch. Hayes, another long hold, here it comes. And Tejeda taking all the way. He was, it looked like not all that ready for it. Maybe had worn out his weight at the plate. About to call time and didn't get it in time, but he takes a strike, 0-1. Big hole on the right side. Rodriguez holds Mitchell on. Another throw over, and he's back in. Sampson, the second baseman, also positioned close to the second base bag. The outfield a step to pull against Tejeda. Comes in hitting .310, 5th best in the league. The setup outside, and the 0-1. Tejeda slaps it on the ground towards first and just foul. It had some English on it, and Rodriguez tried to step in front of the base to field, but it just darted into foul territory. I mentioned the average for Tejeda. He's also second in hits with 145, 4th in RBIs with 78. Guy who can spray the ball all around the field. Down on the count 0-2, Allen asking for it high. Almost standing behind the plate. Another long hold, and the 0-2 fastball. It was high, but Tejeda gets a piece. Up around the letters, he fouls it straight back. The other game on the out-of-town scoreboard, Sugarland and Bridgeport yet to get underway. They're down in Texas and slated to start right about now. No balls and 2 strikes, the count to Tejeda. Mitchell inching his lead from first. The setup way inside. Another long hold for Hayes. And another check on first. Mitchell was leaning, but he dives back in safely. Mitchell's 23 steals, second best on the team. He has the best stolen base percentage overall. And after a steal last night, now has 49 in his Revs career. 5th best all time. Right now with his hands on his knees. And again, Drew Hayes really taking his time. The setup outside from Allen. Another long hold. And the 0-2. That one misses down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. It's almost as if Hayes is just trying to lull Tejeda at the plate to sleep. Maybe trying to do the same to Mitchell over there at first. But really taking his time in between pitches even after he has his sign and drops the hands. 1-2 the count, and the pitch on the way. Down and in, and Tejeda kicks the back foot back and out of the way. It's now even at 2-2. Tejeda last season with York, a .356 average. Would have led the league if it were to have qualified, but he did not play the whole year. Purchased by the Atlanta Braves High A midway through. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Right there is Garcia. He gobbles it up and slings it across, and that will retire the side. A 2-out walk to Jared Mitchell. He's left stranded. And after 5 complete at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 2 and the Blue Crabs 1 on 1350 WOYK.
Stand up against domestic and gender violence by joining YWCA York on Friday, October 6th at 6:30 p.m. for Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where men and teams of men walk in women's high heels to raise money in support of YWCA's Access York and Victim Assistance Center. Women are invited to join the cause and raise funds as sister walkers. To register, log on to ywcayork.org or donate by texting the word HEELS to 50155. YWCA York is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, strengthening families, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all.
Muy buenas tardes, soy Enoel Polanco de su equipo de Your Revolution. El estadio de béisbol People's Bank está a su disposición el 14 de septiembre para la noche de herencia hispana, presentada por Conexión Latina. Es una noche para celebrar la cultura hispana con comida, música, baile y diversión para toda la familia. Habrá un buffet libre, picnic con todo lo que se pueda comer de los siguientes restaurantes locales: Mi Caldero, Guadalajara y La Costeña. La diversión comienza a las 6:30 de la tarde, cuando el equipo Revolution lucha con su oponente, Maryland del Sur. Los detalles y entrada se encuentran en línea en yourrevolution.com.
This is Steven Janis. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back here at Peoples Bank Park, we head to the 6th. Revs ahead 2-1 over Southern Maryland, and if you want the abridged version of what Polo said, it's that Latin Heritage Night is tomorrow night, so come out. A lot of food on hand, picnic out there in the home run patio before the game. A lot of fun and festivities. The Revs and Blue Crabs concluding their 3-game series tomorrow night. It'll be Eric Fornatero for the Crabs, Logan Williamson for the Revs. And as we head to the 6th here tonight in Game 2, the Revs ahead 2-1. Maple Donuts pitching change for York. As Joe Van Meter enters, he'll face 9-1-2 as Zach Cohn stands in. Van Meter from the stretch and the first pitch. A changeup sails up and in, 1-0. Van Meter in his 53rd appearance now. He has made one start. 3-2 record. He's won 2 in a row. A 2.56 ERA. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike. A good spot. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Van Meter 61 strikeouts now in 59 2/3 innings. 43 hits, 20 runs, 17 earned. And the 1-1 pitch in on the hands, and Cohn fights that foul over towards the Blue Crab third base side dugout. Across the river in Lancaster, Long Island has added one. They now lead it 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. So with a Revs win and a Barnstormer loss, the magic number would be 2. The 1-2 pitch, and that one's hammered deep left field towards the corner. It's hooking, and it is a home run. Third base umpire David Speranza circles the finger, and it's a leadoff home run for Zach Cohn. Joe Van Meter protesting with home plate umpire Chris Engstrand, feeling that Engstrand might have a better angle. And that one high over the foul pole down the line. Mace out to argue as well, but that's going to be tough to overturn. Almost impossible with it about 20 feet above the foul pole, which is only a few feet tall, above the arch nemesis down there and right down the line. It's 300 feet. That ball was absolutely scorched and absolutely impossible to know from this angle if it were fair or foul. David Speranza right on the line, watching it the whole way, pointing fair and circling the hand. Mace talking to him just to the home plate side of third base, right in the baseline. Fans didn't like the call, understandably. But Joe Van Meter, who's been so good of late, he's lowered his ERA from 4.77 to 2.56 since July the 1st. And opponents this year hitting just 197 against him, but that pitch to Cohn was blasted. The only question was fair or foul, and the call will stand as a home run, and we're tied at 2. 2 solo home runs for Southern Maryland, one by Allen, one by Cohn. The 8 and the 9 hitter doing the damage. And that'll spoil a tremendous outing for Jake Ezell in his first start. Jose Lozada back at the top now in the first pitch, swing and a miss. That one had good movement down and in. Van Meter ahead 0-1. Both home runs exiting over the arch nemesis. And again, that one right down the line. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's hit on the ground right side. Telvin Nash a step to his right field, and he waves off Van Meter, takes it to the bag. 3 unassisted for out number 1. That'll bring up Edwin Garcia. Garcia 0 for 2 in this one. A ground out to Nash at first. He also bounced into an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play in the 3rd. Garcia has played in 132 games now for the Blue Crabs. He's only missed a handful. And the first pitch to him, fastball, and that one's above the letters, 1-0. The only man who has played in more games this season is Jovan Rosa of the Bees, and he has not missed a game in franchise history. A 1-0 pitch, and that one's hit well. Center field and deep. Witherspoon back, but he has a beat on it. And shy of the warning track, he reaches up to glove for out number 2. Two down, bases empty for Sampson. 2-2 our scores. We play the 6th. Sampson 0 for 2, a ground ball to third and 1 to short. starting at second base for the second night in a row. Sampson acquired from Sioux City on September the 7th. Set up inside. Van Meter kicks and delivers, and the first pitch popped up right side of the infield. Nash over, straddling the line, and now into foul ground. Will reach out and make the catch, and that will retire the side. But a leadoff home run from Zach Cohn ties the score at 2. And through 5.5 at Peoples Bank Park, we're knotted there on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The York Revolution are making a playoff push, and they need your help. Come out to Peoples Bank Park on September 16th when the Revs host the rival Lancaster Barnstormers and spin to win. That's right, the WOYK prize wheel returns with great local sponsors like your neighborhood SureSave markets. For tickets, visit YorkRevolution.com, the Apple Chevrolet ticket office, or call 717-801-HITS. Again, that's the Spin to Win prize wheel, September 16th at Peoples Bank Park.
As any baseball fan will tell you, there's nothing quite like spring training. Join Kraus Travel for spring training with the Baltimore Orioles. Follow the Birds south to Florida March 18th through the 23rd and catch 6 spring training games. Kraus Travel's spring training package includes round-trip travel from York, 5 nights in historic downtown Bradenton, daily breakfast, transportation to and from each game, and more. Reserve your spot in the lineup now. Call Kraus Travel today at 244-6410 or email info@kraustravel.com.
Hi, this is United States Olympian Haley Flickener. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Well, the Blue Crabs tie it up in the top of the 6th, and unfortunately, so do the Barnstormers. They're tied 3-3 across the river. But back here at the bank, it's 2-2. Pitching change for Southern Maryland as right-hander Jesse Beal comes on. 6'6", 245. He's a big guy from Washington, D.C. And Beal will face Nash, Silva, and Cruz here in inning number 6. The Revs trying to get that run right back. Beal, the second best ERA on the Blue Crab staff. A 6-3 record, a 3.44 ERA. Making his 56th appearance now, all in relief, and now time called as a ball comes in from the Revs bullpen all the way to home plate. Beal has tossed 55 innings even, allowed 56 hits, 21 runs, all earned. He's walked 12 and struck out 49, a really good strikeout to walk ratio there. He works exclusively from the stretch. He has a close stance, and his first pitch on the way. A big overhand breaking ball. It drops in for strike 1. Nash, a home run in the second, a solo shot. Gave York a 1-0 lead at that point. He walked in inning number 3. Now up for his 3rd time tonight. And the 0-1 pitch from Beal, foul ball straight back. Just missed. And Nash in the hole, 0-2. Nash, a deep breath as he digs in. He taps the heart of the plate. And Beal, looking in for his sign, now says yes. The righty sets, he kicks and delivers, and it's a fastball upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beal's last appearance came on September 9th against Lancaster. He's made a couple of saves in 3 chances this year, but mostly he's been a later inning guy, but not in the closer's role. Nash swings this one in the air right field. Coming towards the line is Cone, and in fair territory, he will reach up and glove for out number 1. One man gone will get Ruby Silva to the plate. Beal now in his 8th pro season, his first in the Atlantic League. He spent 6 seasons in the Baltimore Orioles organization, reaching single A. Drafted by the Birds in 2008 in the 14th round out of South County High School. Silva up from the left side. The first pitch, he swings away, drills one in the gap in right center field. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll towards the wall. Silva with great speed, rounding second, and he's going to try for 3. The relay throw will be cut off, and Silva dives in with a 1-out triple. A home run in his first game, a double in his second, a triple here tonight. Luis Silva getting all sorts of extra base hits in his first 3 games as a Rev.
And for the first time, we see him jump on one and yank it a little bit. Really drilled that one to the gap in right center. He was thinking 3 all the way, and he was there easily with his speed. And a late season acquisition, no matter how far they go, he won't be here terribly long, but Revs fans really enjoying watching what he's done.
Well, it's quality, not quantity, that they're looking from Silva. As the Blue Crabs now will draw the infield in with 1 man down. And a fly ball to the outfield could get a run home. Cruz up, first pitch, and that's a called strike on the inner edge, 0-1. Luis Cruz has come through with clutch sacrifice flies before. He had a walk-off sac fly against Lancaster on June 23rd. 0-1 the count, and the pitch from Beal. And that one's over at the knees, a called strike, and Cruz spins back. He didn't like it. He felt that was low, and he's not keeping those thoughts to himself. He'll try to collect his thoughts and dig in. Again, a productive out will give the Revs the lead right back. As Cone tied the game in the top half of the inning with a solo home run right down the left field line. And the 0-2 to Cruz. He checks his swing on a pitch down and in. Appeal to first, and no swing, says Joe Del Balso. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
A huge strike 2 call, because now you're protecting, just trying to put it in play.
1 ball and 2 strikes. The Revs have Grant Sides, a righty, loosening in their right field bullpen. Set up in again. Infield in, 1 down. And the pitch to Cruz. Fastball popped up, back of first. It's trouble down the line, and it's just foul. Luis Cruz saw it off, and he nearly got an RBI out of it. As Rodriguez ranged back from first, he was not going to get there. And just about 5 feet right of the chalk.
That bullpen down there, Logan closest to it, he was frantically waving his arms like Carlton Fisk trying to will that ball fair.
Cruz back in the batter's box. Beal back on the rubber. The righty shakes off and now says yes. 1-2 the count. The kick and the pitch. Fastball high and tight, and Cruz bends back and out of the way. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cruz signed by the Revs on May 12th. Prior to that, 6 seasons in the Cardinals organization, reaching AAA. Began this year at AA Springfield before joining York. In center field, Vaughn will shift to play Cruz the opposite way, and now Luis calls time and steps out. Strand behind the plate, now says play ball. 2-2 the count. Beal ready. And the pitch to Cruz. A check swing, a ball in the dirt, blocked down, and he went around. Cruz hands on hips, he can't believe it. Allen applies the tag, and the fans boo as Cruz is rung up on the swing, and now Luis Cruz has been tossed. He's waving the bat, and his fist is at home plate umpire Chris Engstrand. A bad strike 2 call, and then a check swing call that did not go in the favor of Luis Cruz, and he has been ejected from the game.
And that's just wonderful. He was on his way back to the dugout. Obviously he said something, but he was making his way off. That's one that I think you've got to just hold on to your whistle and let him blow off steam. Guys do that all night, but in a spot like this, you throw him out. He was on his way to the dugout. He said whatever he wanted to say, and that seemed to be the end of it, but didn't get away before he was thrown out.
You don't know what was said earlier in the at-bat that might have added to it, but usually umpires, as long as you don't turn and direct it right at them, will let you keep your head down and mutter things to yourself. But Luis Cruz giving the hee-ho with 2 down here in the 6th. Silva's still at third. It'll be up to Witherspoon to get him in. Game tied at 2. We'll see what the Revs do. Tejeda's the DH in this game, as Witherspoon looks at one just off the outside edge. They would either have to insert the pitcher into the batting order or have Jay Karp come in to catch. He's currently down in the bullpen loosening up Grant's side, so the two of them might come in together. 1-0 the count to Witherspoon. Infield backed up now. And the pitch to Travis hit well. Right center field has some carry to it. Back on it, Cone, and at the warning track, he reaches up and it's off his glove. In to score the go-ahead run, Silva. Witherspoon around second, digging for third. It's 2 triples in the inning, and the Revs back in front. It's 3-2. Cone had it for a second, and it went off his leather. Witherspoon to the gap in right center, and the Revs back in front.
What a huge hit with 2 outs after that potential momentum swing. It was a pitch away, fastball. Witherspoon stayed right with it and drove it deep, and it just kept going. And Tejeda is loosening, and the Revs, I think, would be much more likely to remove the DH if they have a lead in this game. He got probably 15 throws in down there. Cruz carrying his equipment bag. He had a few words for the first base. Joe Del Balso on his way off. He was the one that made that check swing call that had everybody lose their lid.
Well, the Revs do get the go-ahead run in. Travis Witherspoon coming up clutch. And here's Ryan Dent. And they look to add to it with Witherspoon now on at third. 2 triples in the inning. 2 men down. And the pitch to Dent. That one in tight, maybe a little high as well. 1 ball and no strikes. Dent, an RBI single his first time up. And he's now hit safely in 3 in a row. The 1-0 pitch. He pops that one foul back our way. Into the top tank. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, what a piece of hitting by Travis Witherspoon. We saw him earlier in the game reach out and serve one to center field that was off the plate away. This time he goes with the pitch and drives it to the opposite gap. And with this pennant race coming down to the wire, that was a big one. Dent lifts this one in the air, right field straightaway. Coming in a few steps is Cone and under it. And the right fielder makes the catch to retire to the side. But the Revs back in front. Travis Witherspoon, an RBI triple. And he scores Ruby Silva, who reached with a 1-out triple. Luis Cruz tossed in the frame, so we'll see what the Revs do behind the plate when we come back. After 6 complete, it's 3-2 York. Darrell Henry will take you home on the other side here on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOYK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOYK1350.com, or download the WOYK mobile app.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we know just 1 quart of motor oil can contaminate 1 million gallons of water. Recycle your motor oil at locations throughout York County. Visit www.ycswa.com for locations. Garbage is power.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all ain't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Head of the 7th inning, the Revs are going to play like a National League team the rest of the night. They lose their DH. Tejeda will come in and catch. And the pitcher will go into Cruz's spot, and we'll see what they do when that spot in the order comes around. But new pitcher is Grant Sides. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts as we go to the 7th. York back on top 3-2. Each team scoring in the 6th, and certainly an impressive debut for Sides on Monday night against Long Island, a scoreless 7th, gave up just a bloop hit. Rest of the contact was pretty weak. This will be his 2nd appearance with York. And he'll face middle 3 of the order. Snyder, Rodriguez, and Vaughn here in the 7th inning. Jake Ezel had struck out Snyder both times that he had come to bat. Once swinging, once looking on a ball that Snyder argued was inside, and he carried it on pretty blatantly on his way back to the dugout, but he's still in the game. Cruz, who had his head down and said a word walking away, is no longer in the game. And Sides will go to work here to begin the 7th. Has his sign, a high set, stretching the arms up. And the first pitch, fastball, high and tight at 93. Mace said it's like watching a taller Mike DeMark with that high set. Saw him earlier today throwing long toss. Neither team hit on the field due to the rain this morning and earlier in the day. Tarp was on until late afternoon. It's the 1-0 and a chopper left side. It's going to split the hole. A base hit to start the 7th. And Snyder tops it but singles. The leadoff man is on. But Sides was backing up all the way to the warning track in front of the arch nemesis, and he'd go into his high set and go through the routine like he was going to throw a pitch, take one big stride, and he aired it out on the fly all the way across to the right field line. Just bullets coming out of his hand, made it look easy. You've seen him top out at 93 in his first 2 outings here. Here's Devin Rodriguez, who's 1 for 2 with an infield hit. We'll see if he's doing anything here. He will swing, and he swings through it. First pitch fastball at 92 from Sides. Revs a 3-2 lead here in the 7th inning. Stretch from the righty. The 0-1. Fastball just missed inside. Man. And the groans from the stands again. That was close. They're in the bottom of the 7th, and Lancaster tied at 3 on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. It was a Caleb Gindel 2-run homer into their picnic deck that tied it last inning. It was the 1-1. Change up, missed high and away. It was off Matt Larkins, who went 6, gave up 3. Lancaster in their bullpen now. Kevin Munson a scoreless top of the 7th, and now the Barnstormers are batting in the bottom half. Snyder a short lead at first. The stretch from sides. Now the 2-1. Swinging a line drive base hit to center. Rodriguez, who has batted up near 500 against the Revs this season, is now 2 for 3 tonight, and the first 2 men are on base. Back-to-back singles, first and second, no outs for Corey Vaughn.
Well, earlier in the at-bat, Sides got Rodriguez to swing through a pitch in a similar location. That time Rodriguez ready for it and sent it right back up the box.
Fletch will come out, spend a visit. Not a bad time to do that. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stambaugh Plumbing and Heating. While we have a sec, we'll also take a look at our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Steve Janis on the DL the rest of the year with a fracture in his hand. And Tyrone Verona should be available tomorrow with a couple of banged up hands from a caught stealing a head-first slide.
We might find out how healthy he is tonight when that pitcher spot comes back up.
Yeah.
Carp, the only other healthy player on the bench.
Well, remains to be seen. We might. It's your WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Here's Vaughn, who's struck out and flied out to deep left center. And after the visit from Fletch, Sides is set. A look back at second and his first pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Simpson with it. He'll go to second. Silva the turn. Oh, Nash dove and held the bag. What a stretch from Telvin Nash at first base. And they turn their third double play of the night. If it gets by him, the Blue Crabs tie it, but he lays out and holds the bag, and they turn the double play.
What a heck of a play by Nash, and like you said, more important that he fielded the ball than he held the bag, because if that gets by him, the game is tied, but he's able to do both and complete the double play.
The nimble big man down there kept his right foot on as he laid out to the dirt. Runner at third, 2 outs. Here's Tucker Nathans, who's hit into a double play and flied out. Sides the stretch, and the first pitch. Swing and a miss! He blew a fastball by him. 0-1.
And to go back to Nash real quick, it's so fun to watch a home run hitter get that pumped up about their defense.
Yeah. He is... We've seen him grow here in his 3 years in York. The stretch from Sides. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss! Another fastball right by him. And ahead 0-2. Trying to leave the tying run at third here in the 7th inning.
And with Nathan's way late on the first 2 fastballs, I think Sides has to come back with the third one right here.
Nathan's a left-hand batter. Revs in the outfield play him the other way. Sides staring over the tip of his glove, held in front of his face. The stretch. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! climbed the ladder with high gas. He strikes out Nathans on 3 swings and misses. And the tying run stranded at third. A huge play from Talvin Nash. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. Stretch time at the bank. It's York 3, Southern Maryland 2.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Gladfelder, Manstad Communications, RG Group, RKL, Buchard Horn Incorporated. The York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit YCEA-PA.org.
Stand up against domestic and gender violence by joining YWCA York on Friday, October 6th at 6:30 p.m. for Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where men and teams of men walk in women's high heels to raise money in support of YWCA's Access York and Victim Assistance Center. Women are invited to join the cause and raise funds as sister walkers. To register, log on to ywcayork.org or donate by texting the word HEALS to 50155. YWCA York is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, strengthening families, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Left-hander Robert Carson, the new pitcher for Southern Maryland. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Revs with a 3-2 lead. What a job from Grant Sides. Chase Simpson a lead off, batting right against the lefty. First pitch of the inning is high and away.
What a job by Sides and what a job by Fletch. Back-to-back singles to start off the inning. He makes a visit and then a double play ball and a big strikeout to end it.
Once again, he picks the perfect time to head out. Here's the 1-0. And Simpson trying to check. It's low. Now they ask for an appeal. Joe Del Balso says no swing. Simpson 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts tonight. Did have a 10-pitch battle in his first at-bat. Carson 3-4 with a 4.08 ERA, 54 outings, 1 start. The 2-0 swing and a miss. Fastball, he kept it away. And Simpson, Harris, and Mitchell coming up. Top of the order next. Now in the 8th in Lancaster, 3-3. Here's the pitch. Missed outside. Carson falls behind Simpson to begin the inning. Revs 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Southern Maryland 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Carson, a former Met, and comes home. And a swing and a foul back over the roof, full count. It was with the Mets in 2012 and 13. First came to the Atlantic League with Bridgeport in 2015. Last year began the year in Mexico, released after working as a starter, signed with Bridgeport for 3 outings, but traded to Southern Maryland. 3-2, and a ground ball to third. Right there is Lozada, gets a clean hop, throws it across, and 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Revs Baseball brought to you by Hatfield, York Water Company, Rickers, Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, York Volkswagen, at Penn State York. Here is Alonzo at the top of the order. He's been held hitless in 3 at-bats tonight. Carson from Mississippi came up in the Mets system. Harris from Mississippi came up in the Mets system. First pitch, he shows bunt, and a slider misses high. They have to know each other, I'm sure. Yeah, they were in the same draft class. I'm sure they were together at some point. The 1-0, and that runs down and in. A slider, and Harris falls across home plate. 2-0. Alonzo, 39th rounder in 07. There's the 2-0, and he shows bunt, and it's in the dirt. Skips away. 3-0. We've got an update on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. The Ducks have scored in the top of the 8th. They lead it 4-3 in Lancaster. That ball in the dirt got a piece of Luis Allen, who walks it off.
He caught a not so bad one, or not so good one, I should say, last night too.
Right in man land. I'll leave a mark. 3-0 on Zoe. They made it to Double-A with the Mets coming up. Carson ready. 3-0 pitch, taking, and it's down the middle for a strike. Carson was a 14th round pick of the Mets. They were both out of high school. Carson from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Zoe from Macomb. Pitch is swung on, hit high in the air in center, not deep. Vaughn coming in. He'll call off the second baseman, Sampson, who's out. And the catch is made for out number 2. Blue Crabs in the 8th inning looking ahead, 8-9-1. Allen, Cone, who tied it in the 6th, and then Lozada at the top of their order. Crabs with Brad Allen getting ready. There's Mitchell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Lefty against lefty. 3-2 York here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch, breaking ball, it hovers high. Carson 6'4", 240. Last year with the Blue Crabs, a 3.50 ERA. There's the pitch, and a swing and a foul tip off the glove of Allen. A new regime there this year, but brought back. James Frisbee, who took over mid-season when John Harris had stepped down, but Frisbee had, I'm sure, had a big role in helping mold the team from the beginning anyway in his role. This is the 1-1. And a slider tumbles in for a strike. Now ready. And Carson deals. Swinging a pop-up, jammed him. Shallow center. The infielders are out, or at least the shortstop. And Vaughn coming in, calls off Garcia this time and makes another grab. 1-2-3, 7th inning for Carson, and that'll send us to the 8th here tonight in York. It's the Revs 3 and the Blue Crabs 2.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rudders VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Hi, this is Rich Free. I'm the CEO of the RG Group. We're a proud member of the York County Economic Alliance since 1961. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the eighth inning, it's brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Brad Allen takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. You tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Call 717-316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. Revs a 3-2 lead, and Allen will face Allen first. Luis Allen leads off, and Brad's first pitch, high and tight. Luis 1 for 2, a home run in the third, his fifth of the year, which got the Blue Crabs on the board. A 1-0, and a slider bends through for a strike. Revs had scored 2 in the bottom of the second, a Nash homer, a Dent single. Allen in the third got his team on the board. They tied it in the sixth, the 1-1, and a changeup a little low. Cone a home run in the sixth that tied it. It was disputed whether it was fair or foul. The Revs retook the lead in the bottom of the sixth on Witherspoon's 2-out triple after Cruz's strikeout and ejection. Pitch, swinging a high fly to left. Alonzo Harris eyeing up his surroundings, drifting back onto the track, now comes in a step and makes the grab. Now Allen got under it. I don't know that he missed it by much. One down though here in the eighth.
Sounded like he may have gotten it just off the end of the bat, but maybe under it as well. Certainly hit it pretty well towards the right edge of the arch nemesis out there.
Here's Zach Cone, who had tied it in the sixth. First pitch is low, a changeup. It was his 10th home run, and it sailed into the night sky somewhere over the wall near the foul pole. They called it fair. Here's a towering fly ball to left. Harris again eyeing it up, this time moving toward the corner. He's got plenty of room, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Couple of high fly balls, and if Cone squares that one up, he might do what he did 2 innings earlier, but he was underneath that one, and it lands safely in Alonzo's glove in left.
And neither ball really hit squarely, but it's just a matter of it being to that part of the ballpark. It makes you hold your breath for a moment. Again, just 300 feet straight down the left field line.
2 down. Here's Jose Lozada, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. First pitch, he hooks a liner into shallow right for a hit. Mitchell will glove it and toss in. Now a 2-out single. Reached down and hooked that one. And Edwin Garcia to the plate. And Fletch will spend the Revs' second visit of the night. And here's a situation where Lozada can run. He's got 25 steals, but you've got to walk that fine line of paying attention to him and not losing focus on the hitter by doing so. Garcia tonight, a ground out, a double play grounder, and a line out to center.
A 2-hit game for Lozada, a double in the first, a single a moment ago. He continues to swing a hot bat. Up near 400 his last 10 games.
Now the visit wraps up. Revs a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 8th. 2 flyouts for Allen to start the inning, then the single. And now the first pitch to Garcia. Fastball right there for a strike. Saw Allen last night with a scoreless 8th, left 2 runners on after a hit by pitch and a single. Got Garcia to hit into a fielder's choice at short. Revs with Ricardo Gomez up. 0-1. And it's right on the black. Outer edge. Strike 2 called. Simpson is back at third. Maybe a step closer to the line than normal. Now backs up a bit more, trying to take away a shot on the line. Allen has his sign. The 0-2 runner goes, and it missed out. Oh, it missed outside, and Tejeda's throw hit Allen right in the back. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Right in the rear end or waist high on the lower back, somewhere in that neighborhood. Like the lumbar, and Chong will come out. Allen started to walk it off and then began to feel it. Man, you can tell he was a bit stiff, gingerly walking off the mound. They're going to check him out.
Well, I think that's one where he probably just lost feeling in that area. Stinger right on his backside, and we saw a near miss with Logan Williamson earlier this year with Tejeda throwing down.
So that'll be an ice pack. See if he takes a warm-up just to feel his way through it. It is a steal for Lozada, his 26th, and the tying run is in scoring position. Allen got ahead 0-2. They ran on it. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Simpson will get a bit off the line now that tying run's in scoring position. Here's the 1-2, and it's fouled away right field side. Fastball at 89.
I guess if you're going to take something good away from what just happened, it's the fact that that throw was low enough that it didn't threaten the head of Allen, who had turned his back, staring out towards second base.
Stares in, Tejeda with the signs with a runner at second. And they settle on one. The pitch. Swinging a liner and caught it short! Ryan Dent lays out to his right. He makes the grab and the inning's over. And the Revs dodge another bullet. And the lead stays intact through 8. He had the runner right in front of him. He had to make sure that he saw it past the runner. And laying out, he hangs on. No runs, 1 hit. The tying run left in scoring possession. We go to the bottom of the 8th. York leading 3-2.
Parents, do you want your child to be part of a national award-winning baton twirling group? Baton twirling is fun and not only forms friendships, but develops leadership, sportsmanship, teamwork, and self-discipline. Wanda and her staff at Wanda's Cadets Baton Studio are happy to teach those looking to perform in parades, as well as those looking to compete at an elite level. Take advantage of their new student registration promotion at their West York or Red Line location. Call 717-676-7902 or visit their website at wandascadetsbatonstudio.com.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Stand up against domestic and gender violence by joining YWCA York on Friday, October 6th at 6:30 p.m. for Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where men and teams of men walk in women's high heels to raise money in support of YWCA's Access York and Victim Assistance Center. Women are invited to join the cause and raise funds as sister walkers. To register, log on to ywcayork.org or donate by texting the word HEELS to 50155. YWCA York is dedicated to eliminating racism, empowering women, strengthening families, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Revs still in front 3-2. Right-hander Zach Thornton, the new pitcher for Southern Maryland. 44 games, 2-4 with a 3.89 ERA. A couple saves as well. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Dustin Richardson just gave up a run for Long Island. It's 4-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Lancaster ties it again. Tejeda will lead things off against Thornton. First pitch is inside. He jumps back. Thornton, who throws almost 3/4, slings it. Tejeda 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. The 1-0. And that one's in for a strike.
And the pitcher spot due up fourth in this inning. Tyrone Verona has a bat and is practicing at the end of the Revs dugout, so expect to see him pinch hit.
Pitch, swinging, it's nubbed in front of the plate. Allen comes out, bare hand pickup. He'll take his time with his catching counterpart running and make the throw to first. So ground out to the catcher. Tejeda hit it into the dirt and it's stuck. One down and Nash to the plate. Revs have used Hutchinson 3 straight days. Ricardo Gomez getting ready for the 9th. Nash 1 for 2, a homer in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, flied out his last time. Thornton ready from the belt, fires inside, and Nash just backed up in time. It popped out of Allen's mid. Blue Crabs in the 9th will have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Sampson, Snyder, Rodriguez. Revs with a 3-2 lead. And Thornton the 1-0. And it's topped foul over by the Blue Crab dugout. Ball and a strike on Nash. Ruby Silva on deck, and then that pitcher's spot. 1-1. Slider breaks outside and in the dirt. Thornton picked up early in the year and went into the 8th inning pretty much right away. It's been their 8th inning guy all year. He deals, and a ground ball skidding to third, right to Lozada. He'll take his time, casts it across, and 2 down here in the 8th. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
Next up for the Revolution, second baseman, number 6, Rudy Silva.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
2 down, here's Ruby Silva. And pitch from Thornton, a swing and a miss. He reaches on the first strike. He's 1 for 3, the big triple, and scored the go-ahead run in the 6th. The 0-1, and a fastball just outside. So Gomez continuing to loosen for the 9th. Thornton, who had pitched in the A's, Pirates, and Mets systems previously, delivers, and a ground ball second base. Right there is Sampson. He gloves, throws on to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Thornton in the bottom of the 8th. And we go to the 9th. Here tonight in York, Revs lead the Blue Crabs 3-2.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Noel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th, it's Ricardo Gomez for the Revs, who lead it 3-2. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He was last in Monday's game against Long Island with a 1-2-3-8, and obviously he's been in the 9th countless times in his career. This season, 1 save, 39 outings, 3-4 with a 3.50 ERA. Nate Sampson will lead things off, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. For Southern Maryland in the 9th, Sampson 2 ground outs and a pop-up. And Gomez, first pitch of the night. It's just outside, fastball missing. 3-2 the lead. Gomez's save was 12 days ago in Bridgeport. 1-0, and a swing and a miss, a slider, and Sampson's back foot came out as he took that cut. Dustin Richardson did get out of further trouble in the 8th. They're in the 9th in Lancaster, tied at 4. Gomez ready. The 1-1, and a breaking ball missed up high. Michael Snyder will follow, and then Devin Rodriguez here in the 9th. Gomez set. The 2-1. Slider strike called, a delayed strike call as it nipped the outside corner, 2-2. Gomez stares into Tejeda and ready. 2-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Tejeda held it there. Everybody in the park waiting for the arm to go up. Looked a lot like where the previous one crossed. A full count. And the payoff pitch. Swing, and he fouls it upstairs to the first base side.
We should really take a minute, Daryl, and acknowledge the defense the Revs have played in this game. 3 double plays, Nash holding the bag on that last one, a huge play, dense play last inning.
Another 3-2. Swing, another foul, this one back to the roof. No doubt about it. It's been a strength of theirs throughout this second half. Gomez again coming home. And a swing and a miss. Foul tip squeezed. He wins the battle with Sampson. A high fastball, 1 down here in the 9th. Could see the direction change on that foul tip and was waiting to see where it would land, but it stayed there in Tejeda's glove.
Well, you mentioned the angle change on the foul tip. How about the angle of the pitch? That was one of those that looked like it was rising as it got to the plate.
Gomez still brings it. Here's Michael Snyder. First pitch to the league leader in homers is down and away. Tonight, 2 strikeouts and a single. Back down, adjusts his batting gloves. Back in, tapping the plate. Now the 1-0 slider bends across for a strike. Both corner infielders near the line. The outfield back an extra step, particularly Zoe in left. He's the deepest. He has the least room to go back, but as they actually shade Snyder the other way, give him a little extra chance to get to left center and cut one off if it's hit there. Gomez ready. And the 1-1. Slider, strike 2 called. It bent right to where Tejeda didn't even have to move his glove. Gomez ahead.
And a home run hitter who's got to be hunting fastball in this situation. Really valuable to have a guy like Gomez who's not only a power arm but can get ahead with off speed.
2 sliders in a row. Here's the stretch. Tejeda wants it away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 93 upstairs. And the Revs are an out away from a 5th consecutive win. 2 down here in the 9th. Their longest of the year winning streak is 5. The first 5 games of August. They've had 2 4-gamers since, including the current one, which they're trying to extend. Devin Rodriguez stands in, left-hand hitter. First pitch, swing, and he fouls it off. Third base side, 0-1.
And again, Gomez going off speed to start off, and it's really a big part of the strikeout to Snyder. Not only that he got ahead with off speed, but the fact that Snyder then has to honor it, and it makes that fastball so much more effective.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, it nailed him. Tejeda wanted the ball in. It drilled Rodriguez, who goes hobbling all the way toward the mound in pain. And he will now head to first base. Tying run is on. Now that didn't feel good. He went stumbling, trying to get out of the way, right toward Gomez, but might have been a slider actually, which would be fortunate for Rodriguez.
That's one way to neutralize the running game. Not that you want to put the tying run on base, but I wouldn't think that Rodriguez is feeling like he wants to run here.
Corey Vaughn, the hitter. First pitch slider, and it darts over the outer edge. A strike. Gomez will operate from in front. Vaughn a strikeout, deep fly out, double play. Here's the 0-1. Slider, strike two called. And the Revs a strike away. 3-2 leading here in the top of the ninth. Begin to rise in the stands. The stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ricardo Gomez strikes out the side in the ninth inning. 5 in a row for the Revs. The magic number is 3, and they win it 3-2. What a game tonight. They win their 5th in a row. Jake Ezel with a tremendous 5-inning start. And the Revs answer right after the Blue Crabs had tied it in the 6th inning. The momentum seemed to be shifting. Got a huge run on Witherspoon's triple, and what a job from the bullpen to nail it down from there. Sides in the 7th worked out of trouble. A great play from Nash on the double play. Brad Allen scoreless in the 8th with a great grab from Dent. And Ricardo Gomez strikes out the side in the 9th. Revs head into the dugout, clapping their hands together toward the crowd behind the dugout, showing them their appreciation as they get applauded off the field themselves. And they've tied their longest winning streak of the year. It's a great time to do it. 5 in a row, and the magic number is 3.